you can also utilize this button for show not in any cluster keyword only. What does it mean? Like, well, if you turn this on, we'll actually show you, these are the list of keywords that actually don't belong to any cluster. So this is a singular keyword. Well, this is the what different from the list of the total keywords. So in here, there are only 196 cluster. And with the 196 cluster, actually, over here is 4,300 keywords selected, meaning that there are only about 500 keywords that are being clustered, right? So a majority of the keyword over here are actually keyword that are not belong to any cluster. So maybe one of the other way I could do is I reduce the cluster level to increase more cluster for so I have more of an article that I could write, or I keep this. And if you look at this, you'll see that a lot of the search volume are actually in the total search for over here, is 1.7 mil. So but the 500 words that are being able to cluster are actually take up a million search. So you could just simply, okay, you know what? I don't worry about this for now. I'm going to go straight into cluster to make sure that I'm going to cover all that content first before I go into here and checking out all the keywords that do not belong to other cluster. And take note also is that you will have to there will be keyword like tiny house in Philippines for sales. Just simply that's how Google keyword database kind of point out keyword for you. These keywords do not belong to US. So a lot of times you have what we call irrelevant keyword. So you have to take that out of the context as well. Yeah, so that is this view, which is the full view. You typically, I would say, try to utilize this to make it into a bird eye views of what you want to target. And so before you go into cluster view.
Absolutely. It's a very versatile tool. It's a very versatile tool. You said something very interesting there with the fact that you can decide by the number of keywords that don't belong to a cluster whether you should go back and recluster that, adjust the level.
Mm.
And that's a great way. And again, these are all button clicks. You're doing processes that used to take forever and a day, and had a huge margin of error, just from constantly staring at your screen at data rows, and you've got everything hidden now behind functions, which gives you incredible power, and just the fact that you can make decisions based on very good data, and not just the data source, but actually the filtering. It just puts your game at a different level. Um, Dan, I'm seeing that we're actually encroaching on about an hour now. So
Yeah.
should we jump into a Q&A? Because I know there are some questions that came in.
Yeah.
And anything you wanna close off with before we jump into the Q&A?
I guess I'm very sorry to I guess we have to say sorry for most of people because we haven't even got to the cluster view yet. Do
I
you want
know.
to just go like 10 minutes or 15 minutes over and then we finish
Let's do
this
that.
one and then we go to Q&A. We honestly guys we actually try to keep this under an hour, but it looks like there's so much to cover just simply from the flow to this. So, but I hope we what we are trying to do is give you the values that you
Yeah.
need when it comes to planning your content plan.
You
Um,
can always you
but
can always watch the replay, and you can always watch it in two different sittings if you push for time, because Daniel says, there's good information here that can just change your game. This is the equivalent of going to, I mean, this is what's happening now. This is how you do SEO now. So it's worth